Hey math support, you're in my man cave. Let's do some math. This is a study guide we were talking about. Let's go over that. Oh, wait a second. Before we go over that, let me give you a tour of my crib. Here's how I sleep. That's me. It's an open floor concept. It's got about 9 square feet, so it's pretty large. My wife and I don't really get along that well, so she said, we got to sleep in different houses. So here's her arrangement right here. Don't quit your day job. I've been told that many times. Okay, let's move on here. Okay, so let's go over this. I was going to give you guys the test for this. I've been thinking about it. I don't know. Let's just go over this and we'll move on and we'll see what I come up with. Every day I change my mind, so let's just see what happens. Okay, this stuff should all look familiar. Hope you're correcting this as we speak. Notice on number 6, I put the zeros on the end. Makes it a lot easier. All right, let's move on here. I'm underlining the tenths place, the ones place, 10,000s place. On 10 through 12, you line up your decimals and you add or subtract. We've done that. And then I underline the places in 13 and 14 round to the same place. I went to tenths place on all of them. All right, we got those. Remember, you can stop the video and you can check them also. And on 17 and 18, I just went to the farthest left that we could go, round so that only one digit is not 0. 10 times 6, 4 times 0.07, got the 2 answers. Torian, sit down. There's a trash can right in front of you. You always have to walk across the class when there's a trash can 4 feet right in front of your face. Stop it. See, some stuff never ever goes away. All right, let's keep moving here. John, wake up. You're a Rip Van Winkle wannabe. All right, let's move down a little bit more. Remember I said you could change kilograms to pounds? You can write out the word pound. And this is 30 cents. All right, raise your hand if you got number 29 and 30 right. I knew I'd get somebody. All right. Okay, so we've corrected the study guide for the test. Okay. I've already assigned this page, but I never taught it. So let's go back. By the way, before I forget, I found these guys. It's actually two guys, but there's one guy that's on camera. This guy is awesome. The videos they have, the graphics they have, it's incredible. I signed up for their program. It's about the best I've seen so far. It's really, really good. I assigned for Math 8 to go look at Pythagorean theorem. There's a really good video on Pythagorean theorem. And I'm going to look for some stuff on for you guys. Let's see. You can go on YouTube and find these guys, Math Antics, A-N-T-I-C-S. Or you can just type in on Google and you'll find them. There's stuff on fractions. You should really watch their videos. They're really good. They should be paying me to say this, but they're not. Okay, let's go over this stuff. You ready? Okay, they want you to find the missing number that's in this box here. Okay, when you're going small to big, like from 8 to 16, you're going to multiply. I'm going to kind of go quickly, but that's okay. So if I'm going small to big, I'm going to multiply, and I'm going to say 8 times what is 16? Well, it's going to be 2. The top times 2, the answer is 10. 10/16 and 5/8 are the exact same fraction. A dollar bill and 4 quarters are the exact same amount. Let's take a look at, let's go a little larger here. Let's go here. You notice how I'm going from big to small? So I'm dividing. 16 divided by what is 8? 16 divided by 2? The top divided by 2 should be 5. Those two fractions are exactly the same. They're equivalent to each other. Okay, here it's on the bottom, but it doesn't matter where the box is. You're still going to find the missing number. Since I'm going small to big, I'm going to multiply 2 times 5, the bottom times 5, and that should be 15. We're going big to small, that means I'm dividing. 30 divided by what is 5? 30 divided by 6. The top divided by 6 is 4. Everybody get that? Okay, I'm talking to nobody, but it doesn't matter. As long as I'm listening, that's all that matters. All right, we're going from small to big. I even made the number larger to show you're going from small to big. That means you're multiplying. 3 times what? 3 times 8. 4 times 8, the bottom should be 32. Here, you're going to have to find your fact family. You're going to go from big to small, which means you're going to divide. "48 divided by what is 3? If I don't know that it's 16, I got to find it. How am I going to find it? I'm going to divide, since it's a fact family, I'm going to say 48 divided by 3 is going to give me this number. And that's what I did over here. 48 divided by 3, 3 goes into 4 once, there's 1 left over. Bring down the 8, 3 times 6 is 18, and there's no remainder. So the answer we're looking for here is 16. 48 divided by 16 is 3. 16 divided by 16 is 1. By the way, in Math Antics, they have a video on division. And if you care, you should watch it because it's really good. It's excellent. It's not typed in, but hey, it still works. Here we're going from big to small, which means we're dividing. Okay, we're going to divide by 8 divided by what is 1? 8 divided by 8, any number divided by itself equals 1. 32 divided by 8 is 4. So 8 over 32 is the same as 1/4. They're equivalent fractions. Here we're going from small to big, which means we're multiplying. 8 times 5, the bottom times 5. That's going to be what, 105? Yep. And remember, you can always freeze this and do the problem before I do it and see if you get it right. Uh-oh, looks like we're going from big to small. So we're going to be dividing. If I don't know that 85 divided by 17 is 5, I can say 85 divided by 5. Where are you? There you are. 5 goes into 8 one time, 3 left over, bring down the 5. 5 times 7 is 35, and we know that it's 17. And 34 divided by 17 is 2. It's also over here. Now they want us to simplify or reduce the fraction. Let's see. What goes into 9 that also goes into 15? Well, 3 goes in. Let's divide them both by 3 and see what happens. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. You can also do this. Do the prime factorization of 9, which is 3 times 3, and 15, which is 3 times 5, and cross out what's on top and bottom. What's left? 3/5. What goes into 17 that also goes into 20? The only thing I can come up with is 1. And that doesn't change anything. So it's called relatively prime, and that's simplified. That is lowest terms. If you broke it down, you'd have 1 times 17, and 20 would be 4 times 5, which is 2 times 2 times 5. There's nothing on top and bottom that you can cross out. That's it. You're done. You've got 12 over 20. Let's see. You could divide them both by 2, but you'll have to do more work. You want to find the largest factor that goes into both of those. Does 4 go into both? Let's try 4. 12 divided by 4 and 20 divided by 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 20 divided by 4 is 5. Let's go over here and break it down. Nope, I didn't break this one down. Okay. Or maybe I did. Yes. Okay. There it is. All right. So we take 12 and we say 12 is 4 times 3, which is 2 times 2 times 3. 20 is 4 times 5, which is 2 times 2 times 5. We've done these. And you cross out what's on top and bottom. Same answer. 3/5. So you could divide it by 2 and then divide it by 2 again, and you'll get 3/5. Or if you can find the largest number that goes into both 12 and 20, you'll be done in one step. And you can also do it this way. As long as you get it right, that's all that matters. You can also check to see if these two are equivalent by finding the cross products. Are these two fractions equivalent? I don't know. Let's find out. If you multiply 1 times 8, you get 8. And if you multiply 2 times 4, you get 8. And as long as that's a true statement, those two fractions are equivalent. If I had 14 over 49, not everybody sees that right away, but they both can be divided by 7. 14 divided by 7 is 2. 49 divided by 7 is 7. Times tables are super important. And you could have done the same thing here. Use prime factorization. Or as they say in Germany, Primfaktorisation. And you'll still get 2 7s because you can cross out the 7s top and bottom. All right. Look at this piglet. Woo! So you could look at this and you could say, well, remember the rule for divisibility by 3? Add them up. 9 plus 0 is 9. Does 3 go into 9? Add them up. 2 plus 1 is 3. Plus 0 is 3. If 3 goes into 9 and 3 goes into that one, 3, these two numbers are both divisible by 3. You could say 90 divided by 3 is 30. 210 divided by 3 is 70. You could divide them both by 10, and you'd get 3 over 7. Let's see what else you can do. There's more than one way to skin a cat. You could divide them both by 30 and get 3 over 7. Or you could even cross out a 0 on top and bottom, which is the equivalent of dividing them both by 10. You get 9 over 21. You divide them both by 3 again, and you still get 3 over 7. Let's take a look at this. All 3 of these give me the same answer. Here, look what I did. I had 5,000 over 10,000. That's too much. Well, if you cross out a 0 on top and bottom, you divided them both by 10. If you cross out another one, 2 zeros, you divided them both by 100. If you cross out 3 zeros, top and bottom, you divided them both by 1,000. Now you got 5 over 10, divide them both by 5. Boom. You're in bed now. 1/2. Okay, let's go down to here. This was due. Let's correct this. Let's get 1 through 12. Reduce the lowest terms, find the missing number. We did those. Remember, what I'm doing here, I'm reinventing the wheel. So one day I decided to do this. I'm trying to get myself organized. We're all trying to do the same thing. All the teachers we're scrambling to figure out what the heck we're doing here. So I would have liked to have taught this first, but from now on I'll teach it first, then we'll correct it after. But this will be all right. I'll probably just give everybody full credit for this one, and then the other one we'll correct. We'll see. There's the rest of it. And there's the grading scale. Okay, so you can see on number 1 we divided them both by 2. Number 2 we divided them both by 3. Number 3 we divided them both by 12. We divided them both by 5. Then you can see the rest. Okay, so let's go back. I'm going to send this out to you guys. I'm not sure if I'm going to go through email, so always check your email and then check Google Classroom, and I'll send this out to you guys and we'll go from there. Definitely watch the videos on Math Antics on fractions, because like I said, they're excellent. And I might send this out to you also after we do the other one. We'll send this out where you're simplifying fractions, so I'll keep you guys somewhat busy. I know you guys have a lot of work to do, so keep working. We'll get through this. This is our first pandemic, hopefully our last. As long as we're keeping our social distance, as they say, we should all be all right. So I'll be in touch with you guys through either Google Classroom or email or maybe both. We'll see. Just keep looking out for it. All right, we'll talk to you later.